What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? That's exactly what unfolded when Chuck Norris arrived at The View expecting a standard interview about his work with veterans only to face off with Joy Behar, whose razor-sharp tongue turned the segment into a daytime television showdown for the ages. The morning began innocently enough. Chuck, calm and composed, had done countless interviews like this. Promoting his veterans charity was routine, but this time, things were anything but. As he settled into his chair during a commercial break, Joy leaned in with a smirk and said, I hope you're ready for real questions today. I am not just the softball stuff. Chuck replied coolly, I'm always ready. The show and live. Whoopi Goldberg began the introduction, but Joy didn't wait. She cut in abruptly, Chuck, don't you think it's hypocritical for someone who glorified violence in movies to suddenly care about mental health? Silence gripped the studio. Chuck responded with restraint. Joy, my films promote justice, not senseless violence, and I've supported veterans long before it was popular. But Joy was just getting started. Walker, Texas Ranger was a weekly showcase of toxic masculinity. You kicked down doors for 30 minutes straight. How is that helping anyone? Chuck pushed back. We tackled real issues: addiction, abuse, corruption, and we did it with moral clarity and a focus on family values. Joy laughed bitterly. Oh, so the strong man solving everything with his fists is your idea of progressive values? The segment unraveled quickly. Joy launched into Chuck's political ties, accusing him of aligning with those who cut funding for the very programs he claimed to support. You built a brand on toughness, she said. What message does that send to young men dealing with real issues? Chuck, voice now firmer. Martial arts teaches control, discipline, and defending those who can't protect themselves. You're twisting that into something it's not. Joy pressed harder. You can't punch your way out of PTSD. You've made a career out of fantasy, while real people suffer. The conversation escalated into a philosophical and deeply personal battle. Chuck accused Joy of using her platform to ambush guests for entertainment. Joy countered by calling Chuck a coward who couldn't handle real confrontation. Then came the final blow. I've donated more to veterans than you've likely made in your career, Chuck said quietly, without cameras, without drama. Joy's response was venomous. You're a has-been actor trying to buy relevance by pretending to care. Chuck's voice dropped. That's not just wrong, that's evil. Stood. Security, escort me out before I say something we'll both regret. Joy hurled one last insult. Run away, Chuck. Show us what the tough guy does when someone fights back. Chuck turned at the edge of the stage. I've faced real enemies. You're not one of them. You're just mean. And that's the saddest thing of all. With that, he exited the studio. The cameras lingered for a moment longer on Joy's stunned face before cutting to commercial. In less than 20 minutes, a charity segment became a masterclass in personal and ideological warfare. Lines were drawn, reputations were tested, and one thing was certain: daytime TV had never seen anything like it.